A lot of the times I hear women saying things like men are trash, all men are evil, men aren't shit, all men are awful. While I can agree with the sentiment in terms of understanding men as part of a system, as part of patriarchy, I don't believe that men as individuals, as human beings, are inherently evil. I believe that men are, like women, products of the environments that they grow up in. I just wanted to share a little story to share a little bit of light and what I also think is needed in terms of all this discourse. Men are told not to be feminine, or they're told what not to be, but they're not given strong models of like, this is what a good man looks like. While a good man is up to everyone for their own interpretation, I wanted to share my encounter today and bring some model of what positive masculinity looks like. I wanted to share the story. I was getting in my car after the gym and I saw a fucking spider on the inside on my windshield. It was hanging upside down and it was like small. It was like the size of like my thumbnail. I panicked because I'm terrified of bugs. I know that they can't hurt me, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm still scared of them. So I approached someone who was like walking to their car and asked them, hey, this is like kind of awkward, but like, could you help me with like getting this bug out of my car? The guy that I asked, there was another man next to him. First guy, he looked inside, outside, and he's like, I can't find it. I poked my head inside trying to find it as well, and I couldn't find it. But that first guy, he tried for like maybe like another minute, but he was like, I gotta go, so he left. But the second guy, the one who had overheard, he just went above and beyond. This is like the experience that's sticking with me. I pulled out my flashlight and shined it like at the windshield, looking at the surrounding area, down on the floor, looked on my dashboard to see if it like crawled to the side. The second guy, he's like, I have a vacuum, and he pulled out his vacuum from his car. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I still can't find it yet. So he went over to the other side, to my passenger side, and was like, do you want me to help you? Yes, please. He opened the door, he started looking. Another minute passes where like, again, I'm like scouring my fucking car and I'm still not seeing anything. So he goes back to his car and he pulls out like super powerful flashlight and he starts shining it all around my car, doing the same thing that I'm doing, shining it on the dashboard, near my wheel, on the windshield, and like just trying to find where this bug is. And he can tell like I'm scared and I'm uncomfortable because I can't find it. What's worse than seeing a spider is seeing a spider and then not fucking knowing where it went. And so I'm a little distressed, and you can see it in my body language, like I'm tensed up and I'm like, there's probably a grimace on my face. He's seeing that, he's acknowledging it, because he's like, it's okay, it's small, like it's not gonna hurt you. And I was like, I understand that, because logically I understand that, but I was like, I'm still scared, and like, I appreciate you looking, thank you. At this point, it's been like 3 minutes of looking in my card and finding nothing. So I didn't expect him to stay or anything like that. But he continues to stay and he continues to look and shine this light like all around. When he realizes like he can't find it, I can tell he's still trying to comfort me, because he says he's trying to use logic now. He's like, I know you're scared, but you know, spiders can be a good thing. If there's flies, spiders will catch them. Like it could be a friendly thing. And I was like, yeah, but I'm still scared. I don't want any bugs in my car whatsoever. And again, I'm like just really thankful. I don't expect him to stay around. Like it's been, you know, several minutes of searching for this thing. So I thank him, and I am also just appreciative of him trying to comfort me. But he still doesn't leave me by myself to be in this fear, like both physically and emotionally and verbally. Again, he empathizes with me, and I'm joking now and I'm making fun of myself because I'm like, oh my God, I know this is silly, I know it's so tiny. And he's like, no, I understand. I have a niece who she saw a spider in her car one time and she didn't drive her car for months because she was so scared. That acknowledgement and that empathy and like the validation, again, even though I rationally know that there's nothing to be afraid of, like it was just so comforting, and it meant a lot. At this point, it's been a solid like 10 minutes now and we're not seeing anything. He's looked like super closely. The spider is just, it fucking vanished or some shit. When we realize like we're not gonna find this thing, he tells me, and he just looks at me like very intently, and he says, make sure to drive safe. Like, I know that you're afraid, but the most important thing that you need to prioritize is your safety with getting home. Just the concern from start to finish, it meant a lot to me, just for myself as a person who's terrified of bugs, even though it's silly. Also meant a lot to me in the sense of having evidence of what I understand to be a man that I think more men should look up to. This man was so patient, effective communication, There was real empathy. Never at any point did he make me feel bad or stupid or small for being afraid, something that's just a human emotion. He had effective problem-solving skills. Instead of asking me, where should I look, he just used his eyes and looked. Rather than asking me, a person who's already clearly in distress, to do another thing, which is, give someone direction, effectively putting me in a role of project managing, not only myself, but then another person who's supposed to be helping me. He literally just helped me. He used his eyes and he looked. He was actively listening, both like physically and verbally, like seeing me distressed and hearing me say like the words I'm scared, and so willing to offer comfort. I think it's important to note that never at any point of our interaction did I feel like this was him using it as an opportunity to, one, be super macho and be like the savior of the day, or two, use it as an entry point in order to get my number or anything. I also didn't feel like he was trying to hover or trying to force himself into my space or force his help onto me. I got the feeling that if at any point I was like, actually, I don't need this, I'm good, thank you, like he would have just been like, okay, cool, bye. Like I didn't get any sense of ego or anything from him other than like pure intent of wanting to be a kind person. And after the whole ordeal, he never asked for my phone number. He didn't even ask for my name. He didn't ask to see me again. He literally just offered the help and said he wanted me to drive safe, and then he went his own way. I could feel it throughout the entire interaction that this person just cared and wanted to do something nice for someone who was in distress. But again, what I see as like a model of what I think a good man, in my opinion, looks like, it is that patience, it's that active listening, it's that proactivity. Like he came prepared. A flashlight is an essential thing to have in your car. It's, part of a basic earthquake kit. But yeah, anyway, in summary, I just felt that this man exuded a lot of the qualities and skills that I think a good man has. And the reason why I also say qualities and skills is because these are learned behaviors. I said at the beginning of this video that, I think men, everyone, women, literally just human beings, I think all of us are products of our environments, but we as, people who are growing and people who are adults, we have options every single day. We have opportunities to make choices about the kind of person that we want to become. And being proactive is a matter of just practice. Being a person who's patient is a matter of, building that willpower within yourself. All these things are just learned behaviors. It's not that women are born to be patient and men are born to be evil or anything like that. These are all things that we can socialize within ourselves. So yeah, I just wanted to share this story because it was something that, really stuck with me in terms of like the kindness that, a stranger, a human being showed to me. But also because I think we do need to share more stories about what a good man looks and feels like for us as women. It is very easy to be fatalistic and to be reductive and to generalize, but I think the only way forward is by being self-aware of our own needs and being aware of where other people are at and trying to find and create a bridge so that, we can all walk on this journey together as opposed to at odds. Also, I got his name. Shout out to Alex. If you ever see this, thank you for helping me feel less afraid in the micro and also helping me to feel more hopeful in the macro.